All right, let's just get right into it. This is probably the single biggest question on every PC gamer's mind right now. You've got an RTX 3060, right? And GTA 6? Well, it's looming on the horizon. So the big question is your trusty graphics card going to survive, or are you looking at a pretty painful upgrade?
You know, this isn't just about some random piece of hardware. We are talking about the people's champion here. According to the Steam hardware survey, the RTX 3060 is, by a massive margin, the most popular graphics card on the entire planet. This is the card that so many of us, millions of us, depend on day in and day out.
And I'm not exaggerating when I say millions. I mean, literally, a huge chunk of the PC gaming community is counting on this exact card to take them into the next generation. So yeah, this isn't some niche little question for a handful of people. This is the main event.
And well, that right there is the big problem, isn't it? We've got a GPU from 2021 squaring off against a game that's probably not hitting PCs until 2027. We're talking a 6-year gap. That's an eternity in tech. So can it really give us that amazing Vice City experience we're all dreaming of? Let's dig in and find out.
Okay, first things first. Let's get a quick reality check for our people's champion.
Look, I'm going to put your mind at ease right now. The short answer? Yes. Yes, it absolutely can run it. But, and you knew there was a but coming, right? This comes with a huge asterisk next to it. The devil is in the details, and that's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
So, what is this giant asterisk I'm talking about? Well, it all boils down to one simple but incredibly important question. Which version of the RTX 3060 do you actually have in your rig?
See, here's the crazy part. Nvidia kind of created this hardware lottery for all of us. They put out 3 totally different versions of the same card, and the performance difference between them, it's not small, it's massive. Your entire GTA 6 experience is going to depend on which lottery ticket you ended up with. Okay, let's lay it all out. If you've got the 12GB desktop version, seriously, congratulations, you've got the king. You are totally safe. That card is a unicorn. Then there's the 8GB desktop model. We're calling that one the trap. It's pretty risky. And finally, the 6GB laptop version. Well, that one is in critical danger. And you want to know why? It's all about one thing, VRAM. In a ginormous, texture-filled world like GTA 6, that 12 gigs of VRAM is your golden ticket to a smooth ride.
All right, so now you know which card you're working with. Let's talk numbers. It's time for a little performance reality check.
Okay, so if you're gaming at 1080p, the 3060 is going to be pretty solid. That 12GB model, the king, should comfortably sit in that beautiful 55 to 60 FPS sweet spot, especially with some high settings and DLSS 2 doing its magic. Now the 8GB model is going to lag a bit, probably landing in the 45 to 50 FPS range, maybe with medium settings. Hey, that's still very playable, but you can already see where that VRAM difference starts to really matter.
But what if you're trying to push past 1080p? Well, this is where the card really starts to sweat a little. At 1440p, the 3060 just doesn't have the raw grunt for a locked 60 FPS in a game this demanding. Honestly, my advice would be to just lock it at 30 FPS. You'll get a super consistent, smooth, almost console-like experience, and that's way better than a choppy frame rate.
So, we need to talk about the 3060's biggest weakness. It's missing a key piece of tech called frame generation. Think of it like this. It's an AI magic trick that's only on the newer 40 series cards. It literally invents new frames out of thin air and sticks them in between the real ones, making the game feel unbelievably smooth. It's a huge boost.
And that just perfectly shows the tech gap, right? Your RTX 3060 has to work its tail off, building every single frame the old-fashioned way with pure muscle. Meanwhile, even a cheap RTX 40 series card gets this AI assistant that just pumps out extra frames for free. That is the big reason why people are even talking about upgrading.
But you know what? We're not giving up on our card. We're going to fight for the people's champion. So here it is, your official battle plan. This is the optimized settings guide to squeeze every single last frame out of this thing. Okay, listen to me. When this game finally drops, please do not just slam every single setting to ultra and then complain that it runs like a slideshow. No. A smart, balanced approach is absolutely key to getting a great experience here.
So here's your cheat sheet. If you've got that 12GB model, go ahead and crank texture quality to high. I mean, that's the whole reason you have that much VRAM, so use it. But you're going to want to drop shadow quality and water physics down to medium. Trust me, those settings are absolute frame rate killers, and you barely notice the difference. And the most important thing, DLSS has to be on. Set it to quality mode for 1080p. This isn't a suggestion, it's pretty much mandatory for a smooth game.
Okay, one last super important thing. Your graphics card doesn't exist in a bubble, right? GTA 6 is going to be an absolute monster when it comes to your CPU, trying to simulate that crazy dense world. So if you've got your 3060 paired with an old CPU, like a Ryzen 2600 or something, you're going to bottleneck it so bad. Your GPU will just be sitting there, twiddling its thumbs, waiting for the CPU to catch up. Something like a Ryzen 5 5600X or an Intel i5 12400F, now that's the perfect dance partner for this GPU.
All right, we've talked hardware, we've talked performance, and we've got our settings dialed in. So, it's time for the final verdict. Do you hold on or do you upgrade?
Let me be as absolutely clear as I can be. If you are one of the smart, or maybe just lucky, people who bought the 12GB version of the RTX 3060, my definitive advice is this: hold. Do not upgrade. And let me tell you why. You are in this incredibly unique sweet spot. Get this, your card has more VRAM than an RTX 3070. It has more VRAM than a newer RTX 4060. And for a game that is all about streaming in a massive, hyper-detailed world, that extra video memory is going to be your best friend. It means less stutter, less textures popping in, just a smoother experience overall, even if your raw average FPS isn't quite as high as those other cards. So when does an upgrade actually make sense? Well, really only if you fit one of these three descriptions. 1, you've got that risky 8GB version, or worse, the 6GB laptop model. 2, you're determined to play at 1440p with high frame rates. Or 3, you're just one of those people who demands a locked 60 FPS at all times, no compromises. If any of those sound like you, then yeah, an upgrade is probably on your shopping list.
So, let's wrap this all up. The final verdict. Can your RTX 3060 run GTA 6? Yes, absolutely it can. Will it look good? You bet, especially with that 12GB model and our settings. But is it future-proof? Oh, heck no. Think of this as its last glorious stand, its final epic performance before riding off into the sunset.
So if you've got that 12GB model, don't you let anyone tell you it isn't good enough. Your GPU is a unicorn. It's this weird, wonderful VRAM-heavy beast from a totally different time in GPU history. It really is the last of its kind. And trust me, it's more than ready for Vice City.